multitudes embracing microchips under the skin for convenience. Around 3,000 Swedes have had microchips inserted into their hands that can hold entry codes, buy train tickets and access certain vending machines or printers. It's the size of a grain of rice but could hold the key to many aspects of your life. A tiny microchip inserted under the skin can replace the need to carry keys, credit cards and train tickets. That might sound like an Orwellian nightmare to some, but in Sweden it is a welcome reality for a growing number who favors convenience over concerns of potential personal data violations. The small implants were first used in 2015 in Sweden, initially confidentially, and several other countries. Swedes have gone on to be very active in microchipping, with scant debate about issues surrounding its use, in a country keen on new technology and where the sharing of personal information is held up as a sign of a transparent society. 28-year-old Ulrika Silsing is one of 3,000 Swedes to have injected a microchip into her hand to try out a new way of life. To enter her workplace, the media agency Mindshare, she simply waves her hand on a small box and types in a code before the doors open. It was fun to try something new and to see what one could use it for to make life easier in the future, she told AFP. In the past year, the chip has turned into a kind of electronic handbag and has even replaced her gem card, she said. If she wanted to, she could also use it to book train tickets. Sweden's SJ National Railway Company has won over some 130 users to its microchip reservation service in a year. Conductors scan passengers' hands after they book tickets online and register them on their chip. Information sharing. Sweden has a track record on the sharing of personal information, which may have helped ease the microchip's acceptance among the Nordic countries' 10 million strong population. Citizens have long accepted the sharing of their personal details, registered by the social security system, with other administrative bodies, while people can find out each other's salaries through a quick phone call to the tax authority. The implants use near-field communication, NFC, technology, also used in credit cards, and are passive, which means they hold data that can be read by other devices but cannot read information themselves. Although still small, they have the capacity to hold train tickets, entry passcodes as well as access certain vending machines and printers, promoters say. Might need to rethink. When Silsing's innovatively minded media company organized an event where employees could get the implants, she followed the crowd. She said she felt nothing but a slight sting when the syringe inserted the chip into her left hand, which she now uses on an almost daily basis and does not fear hacking or possible surveillance. I don't think our current technology is enough to get chip hacked, she says. But I may think about this again in the future. I could always take it out then, she adds. However, for Ben Liberton, a microbiologist working for Max IV Laboratory in the southern city of Lund which provides X-rays for research, the danger is real. The chip implants could cause infections or reactions of the immune system, he warned. But the biggest risk, he added, was around the data contained in the chip. At the moment, the data collected and shared by implants is small, but it's likely that this will increase, the researcher said. The real question, he added, is what data is collected and who shares it. If a chip can one day detect a medical problem, who finds out and when? He asked. Liberton worried that the more data is stored in a single place, as could happen with a chip, the more risk it could be used against us. Comfortable with technology Bajowan Osterland, a piercings specialist and self-proclaimed champion of chip implantation, brushes off fears of data misuse and conspiracy theories. He advocates the opposite view, arguing that if we carried all our personal data on us, we would have better control of their use. Despite unanswered questions, however, about how the technology will progress, the appeal of being part of a futuristic experience is a strong draw for some users. In Sweden, people are very comfortable with technology, and I would say there is less resistance to new technology here than in most other places, Liberton said. At an implant party organized by Osterland in Stockholm, 59-year-old Anders Bramford stands out with his salt and pepper hair among the curious 30-something hipsters. Delighted to have become a 2.0 version of himself, he has yet however to find a use for his chip several weeks after the implant. Revelation 14, 9-12. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead, or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Revelation 13, 16-18. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Revelation 16, 1-2. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, Go your ways, and pour out the vials of the wrath of God upon the earth. And the first went, and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. 2 Esdras 7-10. Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Revelation 14, 9-12. Here is the patience of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments of God, and the faith of Jesus. Shalom.